Hi, I'm Camila, and this is a partnership video between the Center for Regenerative Agriculture and the Ventura Land Trust. Today we are doing a simple seed saving video, and we're going to focus on a few different plants today that are really great to grow in a Zone 9 area. We're in Ojai Valley today, and these are great plants that are low water, they self-sow their own seeds, and they're great for insects and for people, because if we grow our own food, then we have more food security. So come with me, we're going to collect a few seeds and then check them out. Okay, so here we are at our first plant. This is a chard plant. Chard is a great collard green to have in your garden, and it grows pretty much without much extra water needed. So once it starts, it pretty much keeps going. So as you can see towards the bottom, we have the young leaves, which represent more of the chard you might be familiar with at stores that you buy or farmers markets. And then we have up here this brown material. This is our seed stuff. So I have some clippers and I have a bucket to collect our seeds. What I'll do is I'll just take off the big tips of the plant that are seeding or seeded. And you know when they're ready because they're all brown and they're kind of like crunchy sounding. Whereas the younger seeds and flowers are still pretty green. So you're looking for the brown stuff, and then we'll put it in our bucket and sort it out a little later. Alright, so here we are at our second plant that we're gathering seeds from, we're saving seeds from today. And this is a hollyhock. These are great for pollinators in your yard and attracting beneficial insects to your garden. And what's great is that they don't require a lot of water. They still need water, but they're pretty low water maintenance, and they do very well in dry climates. As you can see here, this one's pretty tall now. And we're gonna gather some seeds now. They produce like thousands of seeds just in one bloom, so that's a good sign for us. So each flower leaves behind its pod of seeds, and inside this pod, once it's ready, it'll start to open up a little. That's how you know it's ready. And there are probably 50 seeds or so just in the one flower produced, or maybe that's about 20 seeds. Pretty cool. So I have my container, a different container from our previous seed saving, and we have a nice helper helping us collect all the seeds. So when the hollyhock seeds are ready to distribute their seeds, they will open up like a flower again, and everything will just kind of pop out. So even as this opens, it's easy for them to just fall out to the floor and reseed themselves, which is why they're so successful in this area. Alright, so here we are at our final seed saving plant for today. This is our Calendula plant. It has a very, very beautiful yellow flower when it's in full bloom, which is great for attracting beneficial insects, a great source of food for them, and the seeds are prolific. There are so many seeds once they go to seed. So here, it's hard to tell from far away, but the seeds are really cool looking. They look like little caterpillars up close, or little worms. So we're just gonna basically grab the heads of the plants without much care of how to grab the seeds, because you can always just shake them out later and they'll fall to the bottom of your bin that you're collecting them in. And so this is a way to help ensure the future generations of these plants. Alright, so up close we have some calendula seeds. They look really neat, like almost like horseshoe rings, but also like they could be mistaken for little dead caterpillars or something. But this is great because they just kind of hook onto the foliage or whatever ground cover there is, and they'll sow themselves right in. This is a great one to grow in this zone climate zone 9, and it doesn't require a whole lot of water. Once they get going, they are pretty great at growing in the sun. So we have a bonus plant we wanted to show you guys today for our simple seed saving video. This is an Arugula plant that we have growing under a really successful, prolific branch of a fig tree.
You've got figs and mulberries and grapes. But arugula is one of the simplest edibles to grow around here. Will be very successful only with just whatever rain arrives. has, you know, super vibrant leaf to eat, and then when it flowers, the flowers are delicious, and then it sets seeds, and then you have a lot of arugula seeds. So we're going to do some arugula seed saving.
So usually the seeds will form into a pod, and then when you open the pod, it has, oh, I just dumped them all, but there's just tons of seeds inside each pod, about 30 to 50 seeds. And we're collecting those today. We're saving them. All right, so here we are by the arugula, the fresh arugula growing. I just wanted to show you guys. It has these nice lobed leaves, and it has a nice peppery taste to it. We have a little insect here taking a rest from his flight, and looks like he's cleaning off his sensor antennas. We also have some more calendula seeds growing next to this baby fig tree, so I'll take some of these back too. For sure. I wanted to eat a snack though. So good, right from the garden. It doesn't have to go very far in food miles, so it just tastes so good. Alright, so now we're back where we started at our seed saving table, and we're just sorting out the seeds, collecting them from their plants, and there's a few different ways you can do it depending on the size of the seed. So over here David's working with a chard seed, and he's just basically banging it.
Yeah, we can do that just easily, dispersing it. And I'm not trying to collect everything off this. There'll be some left on here, and if I lay this out on the landscape, then it's going to sprout, and we're going to be spreading chard seed around.
Yeah, and right now I'm working with some cilantro seeds that we already had prior to this video being made, so we were just working on it when you guys came in. And there's this tiered layer sorting tray that we're using that has different sized spacings, so that way the seeds can catch into one layer, and then we can put them into some kind of container or into packets, which we will decorate soon too.
So one of the things you can do once you got your seeds collected, and here we got a bunch of cilantro, coriander, which is an herb in itself. You can blow out the chaff. It's pretty clean. Pretty clean. So we did our seed saving, and we cleaned the seed, and then we got our helpers to decorate some seed packets, and this we'll take to some of our local seed swap to distribute. And so we'll put a teaspoon of, in this case, coriander seeds into each one, seal it up, and we'll put that in storage in a cool, dry place, and then come fall we'll go to our seed swap, give them out to folks, and who'll hopefully give a donation to the Center for Regenerative Agriculture, and then they'll be planting them in their own gardens and hopefully saving seed too. So seed saving, it's a good thing to do.
Alright, so here we are with our final selection of seeds that we harvested today and we're saving for future seed swaps and sharing. So what I really like to do at the end is just look at the difference of seeds and how different they look, how different they evolve, and just kind of just admire the beauty. Here are some cilantros. And we still have a couple more to gather from, but you can see here how diverse just the seeds are, and the more diverse seeds you plant, the more diverse plants you'll have. Thanks for tuning in to our seed saving video. We hope you guys are inspired to go outside and save some of your own seeds, and hopefully we'll see you at our next seed swap.